Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again. The main event was Seth and Roman and Punk, and this match was awesome.
This is an excellent match, yeah.
So it was his first main event, his first WrestleMania main event, so Punk came out last. And In Living Color just happened to be in Las Vegas. I think they did a concert, on Friday.
They did a concert this week, yeah.
And they came out and they played him to the ring, and it was an incredible entrance live. And this crowd was so hot before the match even began. It was one of those matches where I guess really all three guys are baby faces. And sometimes when you have a match like that, it's like, you know, you got a baby face triple threat, you know, but everybody loved somebody. And everybody was chanting for someone at every second. They would sing Roman Reigns' song. They would sing Seth Rollins' song. They would chant CM Punk's name. Then they would rotate on through again. And like the entire match, they were singing and chanting. But it wasn't like, you know, when they used to throw beach balls because they're not paying attention. They were actually paying attention to the match. So they'd be singing, and then like this cool spot would happen, and they would pop real big, and then they would start singing another one of the songs again. It was a total Paul Heyman match. It was all about, you know, three-way spots, kickouts, finishes,
saves,
big moves, saves. Some of these were incredible.
There was one sequence, the one where he ran it, where the spear into the pedigree.
Yes.
That was really well done.
Yes.
Man, that was well done.
And the fans, what was really amazing about this match is it was all built around who is Paul Heyman going to support in the end.
Right.
Now, sometimes...
And everyone knowing that's the person who's going to win.
Exactly. And sometimes when you have a match like that, oftentimes, nobody really gives a shit because they know nothing is going to happen until that takes place. That did not happen in this match.
Yeah.
Every time somebody went for a cover, because they were all finishes, like the place would go nuts for the move, and then they would pop even bigger for the kick out. Like they were buying all of these finishes, and Paul Heyman hadn't done anything. So that, to me, was a sign of an extremely well-worked match. So finally, they did that big spot there at the end where it was Punk hit the GTS on Seth, Roman spears Punk, Seth stomps Roman, they're all down. Place is going nuts. Paul Heyman walks over, he gets a chair. So Seth is down on the far side of the ring, and you've got Roman Reigns here and CM Punk here, and they're both looking at Paul. They both see he's got the chair. So, you know, they're like, okay, who's going to throw the chair to? So Paul gets a chair, and he looks at Roman, and he looks at Punk, and he slides it to CM Punk. And Roman Reigns is like, oh, my God, this guy just betrayed me. And Punk gets the chair, and he lifts it up, and he's going to waffle Roman Reigns. And Paul drops to his knees, and boom, he gives CM Punk the low blow. And Roman gets his giant smile on his face, and the place is going crazy because Paul Heyman is turned on CM Punk. So, of course, Seth Rollins gets there. Roman Reigns gets a chair. Paul goes, Seth, he's right there. Go get him. So, of course, Roman Reigns gets a chair, and he's going to hit CM Punk, or he's going to hit Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman, boom, he gives Roman Reigns a low blow. This got a gigantic pop.
Well,
when he turned on Roman Reigns after all these years, they went crazy. And then, of course, Roman gets the chair. Boom, he hits Seth Rollins, or Seth hits Roman with one shot. The Shield turn again, hits him with one stomp, covers him, pins him, and the place went nuts for the finish. So Seth has turned heel.
Yep.
Joined Paul Heyman. Heyman also a heel.
They made it very clear in the commentary. I mean, Michael Cole made sure that you knew that this was a heel turn.
Yes.
By both of them.
The crowd did not give a shit about the heel turn aspect. They were like, God damn, we saw history, and it was in a great match.
Yeah, they want to see a moment, and
they saw a moment, all right.
I mean, it's like the thing, and it's interesting because again, I don't know, like to me, my thought is like, I wasn't surprised that Seth won. The only one I thought wouldn't win was Roman, because it just didn't.
It was very clear it would not be Roman.
Right. I thought, like with Punk, the one thing is that if Cena's going to win, you could use Cena Punk. Punk going for the title is a bigger deal than Seth going for the title. However, the way that booking is now, and it's just the reality of booking, I'm thinking like that's old school booking. But the reality of booking is that wins and losses don't matter. People want to see moments. And the moment was the Seth Rollins going with Heyman, because him going with Punk is expected. Him going with Roman, we've already seen. So going with Seth is a moment, and that's what they went for, was they gave you a moment. And so there you go.
Well, they also could be doing, Seth Rollins and
Jey Uso.
That could be the
program. but that's not as big as
it's not as big a program.
It's not as big as.
But I mean, you could do something there in the sense that Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Roman got screwed by Paul. Paul and Jey have a history. Seth is Paul's new guy. I mean, you could do something there. I mean, you don't have to go with Seth. I don't even like the dynamic of Seth and Cena right now. I guess you could do it, but
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't.
I mean, you could do it.
I would have actually preferred CM Punk turning, because CM Punk is one of those guys who is an incredible heel, and like he's a great babyface because he's great at telling the fans exactly what they want to hear as a babyface. But like he's a great heel. He hasn't been a heel in forever.
Oh,
and when he went to AEW, like he was fixing to be a heel. He wanted to be like their top heel. He never got to do it. And Punk and Paul is like a great pairing.
Great pairing, yeah.
And Seth is, been great as a babyface. I mean, the people love him, but they did what they did. Mm-hmm. And it was an awesome moment. I mean, live, it was an awesome main event, because especially for this crowd, this was a perfect WrestleMania main event, because it was a great match, 3 big stars, 3 big entrances, 3 things to chant and or sing, bunch of big moves kicked out of at the end, bunch of finishes, big moment. It's like everything that you want as a WWE fan in a WrestleMania main event, and that's what they got. So if you love this show, you should consider signing up at WrestlingObserver.com. WrestlingObserver.com has every show that we have ever done, over 15,000 podcasts in the archives, dating back to 2005. Searchable by show, searchable by year. Perhaps the first show you ever watched was 2008 WrestleMania? Well, you can head into the archives and you can find the podcast we did, all built around the 2008 WrestleMania. Every major show, whether it be WWE, AEW, we covered it all. 15,000 archived shows at WrestlingObserver.com. Also, when you subscribe, you get full access to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. There's a new Observer every Friday. And on top of that, we have thousands and thousands of archived issues of the Observer dating back to 1991. So again, WrestleMania 2008, go to the archives, search WrestleMania 2008, read all of the issues surrounding that show. Of course, Wrestling Observer newsletter, 40,000 words of news and information on pro wrestling and mixed martial arts every single week. New issue comes out every Friday. New back issue comes out every Monday. You also get the discussion board, one of the best discussion boards on the internet. It's members only. If you're going to troll, well, you got to pay to troll, and there aren't too many of those. And if you cause too much trouble, you're out of there. So if you want a great place to discuss professional wrestling, it is the board, also available as a subscriber at WrestlingObserver.com. The whole package, all of the new shows, all of the archived shows, all of the new issues of the Observer, all of the archived editions of the newsletter, all of the past episodes of Wrestling Observer Radio, Wrestling Observer Live, The Brian and Vinny Show, Figure 4 Daily, Filthy 4 Daily, The Board, all of it, just $14.99 per month. The full shebang. And you can save a lot of money getting an annual subscription. A full year, you basically get 2 months free. So check it out, WrestlingObserver.com, everything you'll ever need as a fan of professional wrestling. Check it out today at 4WOnline.com.